We're about 15 miles or so west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in the Arizona suburb of Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And right away, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Not only a fumble loss there, but a fumble lost on your first drive in your own territory.
Now you're dealing with a lot of stuff here because you feel bad going off the field because you gave up the football. How does your own defense feel now having to go out there and stop them when the momentum is clearly shifted in their favor?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Hassan Reddick, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. From the gun, Kaiser. That's caught by Hollister. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
On for the field goal, a 43-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kenyon Drake, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead.
Thomas lining up for the extra point.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get
Tyler Lockett. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Tyler Lockett. And they are not going to catch him. He's in.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. On 2nd and 11 now. Murray, flush to his right. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Murray going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Now it's Lockett. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
1st and 10.
And he may want to track down that football, because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
After the turnover, here's Murray, escaping the pressure right. That ball complete to Isabella. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Working with a 2nd and 3. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Flush. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
And there's Kyler Murray being sacked. And in his 1st year in the league, surprising to a lot of people, he was the most sacked quarterback. Went down 48 times. And when you think about the mobility that he possesses, that really does surprise people, because they think they can get out of everything. But so often, those young guys who can move around a lot, They keep plays alive so long that sometimes they actually get trapped. Defenses are going to test him and continue to test him. I think he's got something for them as he continues to move forward.
10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Bobby Wagner, the NFL's leading tackler in 2019, there on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Murray a give. This is Drake. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Kenyon Drake last year versus Cleveland, absolutely unstoppable. Ran for 137 yards. And remember, 4 touchdowns in the Cards' 38-24 win in Week 15. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
7.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run. It's Drake. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And now Murray's going to set up the throw. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Running, it's Drake. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kenyon Drake with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Cardinals 14, Seahawks 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And that'll make it third down. And that throw behind his man, he missed him. Incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Cards will take over first and 10.
30-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a first and 10 all the way down at the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Kenyon Drake in Week 16 last year against these Seahawks had a career day, 166 yards rushing, a couple of touchdowns as well, as the Cardinals won in Seattle 27-13. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
That's good.
Well, there's someone who's running the football with a big smile on his face, and that's Kenyon Drake, because you remember last year he was in Miami, wasn't getting many carries, not a lot of success, but in midseason ended up in Arizona and became a huge weapon for the Cardinals. 8 touchdowns.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Andy Isabella, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Cardinals 21, Seahawks 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's Carson. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Their own 20-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Murray. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down is Murray. Forced out to his left. And his pass incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. 59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On the screen, this is Coleman. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
First down, Murray. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Murray's pass.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second,
He's brought down
as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Now Murray again. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it'll bring up third down.
Griffin there defensively.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
On for the field goal. A 57-yard attempt.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And some room to roam now. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
For Arizona.
The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. This will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, but he opted for the touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
8 yards on the
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They run again with Carson. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Chris Carson has proven to be a workhorse for the Seattle Seahawks, and they continue to expand his game. We know that he can run inside and be a bruising type of a player, but he has surprising speed to the perimeter, and they've expanded his game now by throwing it to him out of the backfield. In 2019, in the top 10 in the league in touches and yards from scrimmage.
At the 46-yard line.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier.
No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up.
No gain on the play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Now it's Carson, and he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 20. He starts by handing this off to Drake. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
10 at the 35-yard line.
Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. This one caught by Isabella. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. Nice chunk of yardage there. And then additional pickup with it.
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Second and 11.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Carson. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
And it's third.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. This is Carson, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Dixon to punt.
Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
At the 35-yard line.
Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. 3rd quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Murray now on 1st down. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing again, Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
4-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation.
That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 61 yards.
10 at the 15-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. To throw, it's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Check, 59. Push him back. Push him back. Hey, check 24.
On second down now. It's Drake, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up first and goal.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kenyon Drake, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Good. Makes the score Cardinals 28, Seahawks 10. Zane Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? The Seahawks on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll toss it out to Carson. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now here's Michael Dixon. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And not a great punt here. Out of bounds in the air. They're going to say this one doesn't even get to the 40.
At the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Murray off play action. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Play fake. Murray. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Play action. Now it's Murray. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
Here we go.
On play action, it's Murray. Escaping the... And the pressure gets to him again. The sack there by Rasheem Green.
A loss of 7 brings up 3rd down and goal.